Alright. So for some reason this phone's locked into portrait mode. We'll just have to do it in portrait mode, I guess.
Huh?
Any questions out there for the Tour de France? Chris Froome won the Tour de France. It's glare in my room, I'm still in bed. Who wears his Oakleys in bed? You know. Alright. So you guys want me to start again and try and do it in landscape or just keep it portrait? Chris Froome won the Tour de France, just like I said he would. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Giant's best bikes for 2018. There's nothing new out. You know, there's a Propel disc, but we just saw in the Tour de France that the Michael Matthews had the option between the TCR and the Propel, and he chose the Propel. Here we go, we've got this. Here we go. Oh. So Matthews had the option between the Propel and TCR. So Lance Armstrong podcast was a breath of fresh air. I watched a few of it. It's good. I'm going to listen to a few of those Lance Armstrong podcasts over the next few days on my bike riding. Download them somehow and listen to them. But Lance spoke a lot of good commentary in those things. He didn't speak with much truth though, because if he did, people would be flaming it. But it would be good to hear Lance go full natty bra on those people and on commentary. The Monda SLR versus Giant, I'd still go the TCR Advanced SL. I mean, we saw in the Tour de France, the TCR won the sprint stages, TCR won the climbing stages, and that's what we're talking about, you know. That's what we're talking about here. So, is the Trek 1.2 a good beginner bike? The Trek is a fucking fantastic bike, man. They're such good bikes, those little Treks, those alloy Treks. They're really, really good. They're really good. Christian Vanderbilt's terrible at commentary because he's been too straight. You know, like Christian could blow the doors off it, mate, with some stories, but he's been too straight. He's been too straight. Oh, well, late night. Big night out in the town. Drinking pineapple juice and water. But, what else? You got any questions? But yeah, TCR, man. TCR. Yeah, the Trek 1.2 is a good bike, for sure. For sure. When are we getting a gravel bike or CX bike already? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, like, for what reason, though? Like, why do I need a CX bike or gravel bike? These road bikes with 28mm tyres. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. I mean, if you want to do gravel racing, there's no gravel races in Australia, so... Well, the Trek Crockett 5 disc is a good bike. But hey, what about that Domain ALR, man? The Domain ALR is a fantastic bike. Disc brake, and even the Domain ALR non-disc with the direct mount brakes has tyre clearance of probably 30mm tyres. So, the Fuji Roubaix is a good bike as well. It is a very good bike. There's a lot of good bikes out there. I trust you. Like I got my first road bike almost 20 years ago. September 1997, I got my first road bike I bought. And the technology these days for the money, oh man, it's incredible what you get for your money. You know, I spent $2,000 and it was an 8-speed Shimano Ultegra Avanti Corsa with Eastern tubing. It's a nice bike, but compared to what you get today, $2,000, and you get crazy bikes these days. Crazy bike these days. The Domane doesn't fit 32s on the non-disc, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to double check that, but I don't know, you know. Safe suburbs in Adelaide for family. Everywhere is safe in Adelaide, man. You know, it's pretty safe. I mean, it's fine. It's pretty fine. You know, yeah, Lance Armstrong watches my shit. He knows who I am. If you ask Lance who I was, definitely. He knows the deal. Give me some questions. Sony's on straight. Always a bit lopsided, don't they? Any recommendations for someone new to cycling dealing with anxiety in traffic? He got a vasectomy with Dr. Snip. Wicked. Just go out and ride, man. It's like when you drive a car for the first time in traffic, you're pretty nervous, but just go out and ride. You know, just the more you ride, the more you'll just be like chill with it. You know, just ride, pay attention, and just ride, man. Like the anxiety goes when you get out there and get your confidence up. So just relax. Best suggestion for a commuter bike, you should get like a Trek Lexa or a Trek FX series. Depends on, you know, I reckon the Trek FX series is pretty good. Depends how far your commute is. Is it wet? Do you need to put fenders on there? You want to put a rack on there to carry some work clothes? It depends, but the Trek FX commuter series is really good. It's a flat bar bike, so that's really good. Or if you're a bit more racy, maybe you get a Trek Alexa. Yeah, but the FX series are really good. You know, my Amazon Alexa Blue. What was that Giant Contend SL 2018 Monda ALR? They're different bikes though, aren't they? Does the Contend have disc brakes? I'm pretty sure it does. The Monda doesn't. So if it doesn't have disc brakes, it's a lot lighter and it's going to feel a lot racy. I'll be honest with you, disc brakes weigh your bike down. It doesn't feel as snappy as a non-disc brake bike. It's still fine though, but you know, it is a slower bike. That's why the pros aren't using them in the mountain stages. You know, they're not using it. The only time the pros will use disc brake bikes in the mountain stages is when all the other pros have to use it as well, and then on the level playing field. Until then, a rim brake bike just feels so much snappier. When you're going full gas, like as hard as you can go at that top end level, you know, every half a kilo makes a difference. You know, so Vegan Foot Soldier has a question. What was the question? Oops. Someone just gave me a little $5 super chat. What was your question, Vegan Foot Soldier? Can you use the 2017 TCR for touring? For sure you can, but the tires, you got the tires. It's pretty narrow, you know. So with 25mm you can. The new Durianrider cycling kit will be around soon. I'm just talking to some companies at the moment. I want to get something that's durable, that's affordable, because I think, you know, paying $120 or $140 for, you know, the current vegan jerseys out there, I think it's a bit rich. So I want to make my stuff better quality, better price. Just get it out there, you know. Get it out there. Tips for improving 1 hour FTP. Just do those 20-minute time trials. Do 1 hour time trials. You know, but understand FTP varies every single day. My FTP today is not going to be like it is if I've got a week of rest. You know, I've been having late nights doing the Tour de France and stuff. So, you know, it's FTP varies all the time. But you know, FTP varies all the time. It's not that important because it changes all the time. It's like the weather, you know, like how to get a sunny day every day. It's like, well, not how it works. It varies every day.
It's sunny.
I had a race crash yesterday while racing. Should I take a week off to recover? So Nick, I would say that you just go out and ride. If you can ride, just keep riding. But if you got an injury, then you got to have time off. But your body, you eat. You know, your body will calibrate your eating normally. You know, like so you get over time you get used to how much food you need. And I know when I increase my training, my body goes, hey bro, more food. And when I cut it back, my body doesn't have that desire as much. You know. The Castelli Entrada. Nice. Yeah, that's definitely a jersey I'm looking at mimicking. Is spinning up a climb. So you just eat as much as your body wants, man, as much as you want. Just, you know, just pack it in. Like, don't limit it, don't restrict it. Just eat and enjoy your foods. Is spinning up 90 to 100 cadence up a climb is 300 400 watts, the same as grinding, but just grinding faster. It's just easy on the legs, man. It's easy on the legs if you're spinning at 90 to 100 than grinding when you're doing it for like 10, 20 minutes for sure. Is Chris Froome on any gear? It's just those Pinarellos, man. They've got special stiff bottom brackets, you know. There's no drugs in the Tour de France anymore. There's no money in it. There's no TV coverage. Not even really care. I mean, it's just me and you watch the tour, but not many other people watch it. So there's no pressure. There's no desire for fame. There's no need to take any shortcuts. So there's no drugs at all. You know. Regardless of how fresh I am, I have the mindset to smash the watts, then I can push it harder. That's right. Regardless of how fresh you are, if you have the mindset, you can smash the watts. Yeah, for sure. It's all about the mindset. It's all about the mindset. It's all about the mindset. I'm 50 plus, should I start the gear? Well, it depends if you want to win the Tour de France, mate, you know? Or the Tour of Spain. The Mark Beaumont world record attempts. Yeah, I think it's good. It's like, it's good to see more cycling stuff out there. When is my dating ebook dropping? I think this week I'm going to just knuckle it down and get it up. What day are we on today? Sunday. So my goal is to have it up by next Sunday. Totally finished. What kind of bike would you recommend for beginners, dude? Davey asks. Well, I do have an ebook out there. The link is on any of my other channels. It's called Durianrider's Lean Body Bible. It's an ebook. You can get it at durianrider.com. So that'd be my recommendation. If you can get a road bike, you can get a hybrid bike. So be one of those two. If you've got a bit of cycling experience, I'd probably get a road bike. If you're very, very new to cycling, you're a bit shaky on the bike, then I'd get a hybrid to start off with, and just go with alloy. But if you want more details, get a copy of my ebook, and that'll do you well. Have a cycling festival in Russia, Siberia. Here's the thing. I talk to Sam and Dex, see him around town, and we're all cool again, you know, like. Sam's still got his video up because I understand he wants to get some views from that, but there's no drama anymore in Chiang Mai. I've realised that just gotta let it go and just focus on the riding and stuff like that. So it's I've learnt my lessons this year, and people baited it for a bit of drama, and some people just got involved with it. But lessons learned this year. But it's all good. But it's a KFC friend keeps saying that there is, tension and stuff, but it's all chill now. It's all good. It's all good. Back to normal. You said that proper pedal strokes should be like scraping mud off the shoes. It seems that scraping off the forward direction. You're scraping off in the backwards, like you just like this is the gutter, and you're like. That's the pedaling technique. And if you ever get a chance to get on a watt bike, it's like a little stationary spin bike, and it has like a little graph, and when you're pedaling, you'll be pedaling like a circle, and when you're pedaling like a peanut, you're losing efficiency. So you want to be pedaling like a circle, like an electric motor. Electric motor's just circle power the whole time. My thoughts on Zwift: I think it's great for people living in some parts of the world where the weather's not so friendly, but otherwise get out there and get it done. But any ride's a good ride, yeah. When am I coming to Sydney next? I'm not sure. Has the last day in Paris ever been a decider? Yeah, well, back in the day, they used to have the time trial as the last stage. So if you go back to Greg LeMond, Laurent Fignon, I think it's 1989 tour, you'll see that it got decided by like 8 seconds or something like that in the time trial. The last race in the Tour de France, there used to be a time trial. So yeah, it has been a decider. The gear isn't worth it for aesthetics alone. I mean, aesthetics don't really mean much if you've got a mindset, Mindset's more important. Depends what your goal is as well. Any tips to lose weight as cycling, eating vegan but not losing weight? I'm not sure what you're doing. I'm not sure what your numbers are at the moment, so there's not much information there. Vegan diet could mean deep fried stuff. Cycling could mean 5Ks a week, A vegan diet could mean high carb, low fat, like what I eat. It could mean doing 200 or 2,000 Ks a week. So you haven't really given me much information there, so it's a bit hard to really give an objective answer. What's the year model of my Specialized full size? It's an S-Works Epic 2006 model. It's the first carbon mountain bike with Specialized made. Dual suspension carbon mountain bike they made. Am I doing Race to the Rock? No, I don't know. I don't know if I think I want to focus just on the Indie Pack. And if I was in Australia, because I think a race like that, from what I've learnt with my injuries, is you got you got to be on that bike, riding that bike, used to it. If you just jump on it and bang out those hours, it can be full on. But I do wake up at night in sweat sometimes thinking about Race to the Rock. But yeah. What on a mountain bike for your first bike? I started off on a mountain bike as an adult, so you can use a mountain bike. But unless you're going to ride trails, there's no point getting a mountain bike. You just get like a hybrid bike. Just get a hybrid bike. Why I wear cycling glasses? It's just a bit glary. I just woke up pretty late, so. Will Lander challenge Bardot? Yeah, exactly, Wayne. That's a good point because there's only 1 second difference. Will Lander challenge Bardot tomorrow? Oh yeah! Holy shit! I didn't even think about that. Wow, this is going to be crazy. Yeah, that's a video in itself. Come down the tour of Tassie. I've never been to Tassie, but should I buy live earthworms and crawfish and release them? Why not? I got a video on my main channel today. We bought frogs yesterday and released them. What's my next big event? For me, I'm locking into IndyPac next year. Do I think there are a lot of vegans in the Tour de France this year? Well, I know for sponsors don't like to be associated with vegans. Sponsors don't like to be associated with vegans, so especially cycling, it's so old school. So if anyone's going vegan, they're keeping it on the lowdown because they don't want the media attention or all that stuff. So they're definitely, all those guys, most of them will be playing with vegan diets. So we got Adam Hansen and stuff, like those guys watching videos, they know the deal. My favourite cycling YouTube channel, it's mine, mate. It's mine. Do I still have the hip injury? I feel pretty good. I reckon I could do IndyPac. And have no injuries. I reckon I could do. How much does massage cost? It's about 150 to 250 baht, and do your own maths. So it's about 150 to 250 Thai baht for 1 hour. So you do the maths on that. It's pretty good. I race crits. Will deeper dish 68mm wheels make me slower than 50mm wheels? Like it doesn't make a difference. Whoever's putting out the most watts for 10 seconds in that last straight and is up the front is going to win. Doesn't matter if you've got 10mm rims or 70mm rims. Whoever's doing the most watts on the final straight and is in proper position is going to win the crit. It's not about the wheels. It's not about the bike. It's whoever's doing the most watts. That's what you've got to remember. Isn't SRAM Wi-Fi basically the outdoor derailleur? Yeah, pretty much, but it's just not as long. What do I think of deep section carbon wheels? That doesn't make a difference. Maybe if you're in a time trial and you're on 50k an hour and the wind conditions are favourable, it'll make a difference. Otherwise, it doesn't. SRAM Apex 10 speed. Works really good. It is really good. Do I think it's bad that Maven spends all his donations for holiday in France? I mean, people knew what they're donating to, so I don't think it's bad. I think it's Maven was very transparent about what he needed the money for, where the money's going, and people were happy to donate. So that's fine. I see him getting hate for it, but he was very transparent about how much money he wanted. He was very transparent about what he's going to do with the money, so I don't see there's an issue there at all. It's a bit like, my Patreon money, people give it to me because they think I'm going to buy frogs and turtles, and I do that with it. But if I went out and bought a new bike, and people are like, hey, I donated because you're going to buy turtles and frogs, not because you're going to buy a new bike. Or vice versa, people could say, hey, let's donate, we want to see you test ride a new Monda SLR, we'll donate. And then I go out and buy frogs and turtles with it. People are like, what? I don't care about frogs and turtles, I want to see how the new Monda is. So as long as if you're doing a Kickstarter or whatever, and you say from day one what the money's for, then no one can say anything because, and as long as you keep on that track, then it's all good to go. It's good to go. Best road shifter that works with SRAM mountain bike cassette. It's the SRAM shifter. SRAM shifters work with SRAM shifters. SRAM. Thoughts on Chris Froome not winning a stage? I think that was good for the PR. That was good for PR. The other teams would have liked that because Chris Froome's sharing it around. He's sharing it around. You know, he didn't just come and dominate and take all the stages. He shared it around. That's what the other teams want. That's where Pantani fucked up. He just wanted to win stage after stage after stage, and no one else was getting a chance. You know, so they got rid of Pantani. So you want to share. Chris Froome's he's doing it right. He's sharing it around. Do I ever get sugar crashes? No, I don't, because I don't eat high fat and I go to bed early. Or I'll get my rest and I stay hydrated. You know, I get my rest. And if I use any stimulants, caffeine, etc., it's very, 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 very rare. I just get my rest, man, and that's really, really important. Have I ever tried a department store bike? Yeah, I've got videos about that. 2012, I was riding a department store bike around New York City and dropping people on and Savelhos. Considering to buy a second road bike for fitness, how to compare Reed with higher specs basic models? Depends what your budget is, man. I would just go there and buy, depends what your budget is. Just go and get a Trek Monda ALR and you're good to go. Very nice bikes if you've got some money. Will Froome ever win the Vuelta Giro? He could if he wanted to. Is the current tour on the gas during the tour? Like I said before, there's no money in it. There's no fame in it. No one cares if you win a stage. The sponsors don't care. Everyone's pretty much riding for Patreon donations. You know, there's nothing. There's no reason to do it. There's no competition. You know. How much money on food do you spend a week in Thailand? It's maybe $5 to $10 a day. You can do it cheap. If you live on rice, living on bananas, you can do it pretty cheap. What do I say to people trying to ride in ketosis to burn fat? I say sucked in, because that must feel like shit. Just eat like I eat, get the rest, and you're good to go, mate. You're good to go. Can you run a big city marathon one day? Yeah. I mean, I've done the Gold Coast Marathon, done the San Jose Marathon, but I've never done one of the bigs. But it'd be good fun. Maybe Melbourne this year. Thoughts on getting a used demo bike that's 2 or 3 years old? Depends, does it still have warranty? Was it a thrashed used bike? How much do you weigh? What sort of riding style you're doing? Maybe if you're a 50 kilo girl and you're getting a demo bike that never got ridden, you're going to get a good deal. But if you're like a 100 kilo guy and you're buying an extra large bike that got thrashed the fuck out of it, got crashed, it got chipped, the steer tube stem cap bolts are done up too tight, there's a crack in the steer tube, so it's hard to say. I have to see the bike and I have to see you and what sort of riding style you do to really give an honest answer on that one. I'm trying to get a $1,000 bike because I already have a $3,000 one. Well, in that case, you only got $1,000. I'd recommend a depends where you live. You can get something second hand that's brand new, but if you don't know what to look for, you're better off buying brand new. It depends where you live, Ted. Where do you live? Is riding a morning with no breakfast going to help losing weight? Never ride no breakfast. Always have a piece of fruit before you head out the door for a ride. Always have something in your stomach. Always. Even if it's just a bit of sugar water. Always have something. Never train fasted. If you do that, you're going to fucking slow your metabolism down, guys. Alright? Never do that, ever. And your mood's you're going to be shitty mood the rest of the day. And riding ketosis is dangerous, but riding fasted, no way, man. Always have something. I never leave the door, man. And that's why I can stay so positive 99.9999% of the time. You can just have better moods. Would Quintana have made the podium into the Giro? Potentially, eh? Who knows what was going on this year with those guys. The Reed Vantage Carbon looks amazing, better than the Defy. The Defies are lighter though, but the Reed Vantage is lighter, but it's a pretty aggressive sort of setup. So it depends what you're looking for. Both are good bikes though. How much time on the bike would drop 5 pounds? I could lose 5 pounds. I could lose 5 pounds in an hour for sure. I could get on my bike right now, drink no water, eat no food, go and do a time to do a period, spend an hour climb, and I'd definitely sweat out 5 pounds. But I'd be dehydrated as fuck, and I wouldn't be in a good mood when I got home because I'd be grumpy because I hadn't eaten nothing. So I could lose 5 pounds in the next hour, for sure. For sure. But not going to be good doing it that way. Just bought the Granite 1. It feels way better than the Giant Defy Carbon. Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty good bike, the Reed Granite. It's a pretty good bike. For the money, amazing. I miss the old vids of you in the woods tearing up Mark Sisson. The good old days. But Mark Sisson, does he have even like an audience these days? Like he seems to have dropped off for a lot. It's almost like people don't care about that anymore. Best mod for the dollars, I would say Power Meter and then Conti GP4000S. I would agree, Negev. I would agree. Do you pull your thighs up on your pedal stroke when spinning? No, it's more you're grinding your feet. You're dragging your feet, on the gutter. You're not pulling your thighs up. You're dragging it. You're cleaning your feet off the gutter. How many litres of water do you drink at an average? Probably about 3. I stopped sugar in my smoothies, only use on the bike. What do you think? Why? Why? Well, why would someone cut back refined sugar? For me to cut back refined sugar, every single time I've seen someone do it, they cut back their productivity, 100%. If not that week, it'll be next week or next month. You cut back your productivity. The only time someone would increase their productivity by cutting back refined sugar was if someone says, all right, fuck Durianrider, I want to work even harder. But they're only increasing it now because they're in spite, but they're not doing it because they've got a performance benefit from cutting back refined sugar. No one gets a performance benefit from cutting back refined sugar. No way, man. Sugar. How long can you stay in Thailand on your visa? 9 months on a 6-month visa. Fasted cardio is helpful, helps the body learn and use what's available. Bullshit, man. I've been riding for 20 years, racing for 20 years on road bikes, man. I've seen it all come and go. And from all the guys I raced with 20 years ago, I'm the fittest, man. So this shit fucking works. This shit works, man. Fasted cardio is bullshit. This is bullshit. And what the fuck are people eating so they have to fucking do all this crazy training shit, man? What are people eating, man? Like, look at me, look how lean I am, man. Ugh. Fucking lean, bro. I don't have to do all these gimmicks, man, because I'm eating healthy and getting it fucking done. What if you don't burn the sugar, it's stored? Burn the sugar, motherfuckers. Work harder, man. Get it done. What? And your body just pisses out excess sugar anyway. It pisses out excess sugar. Can you explain? You guys get me all excited, mate, when you talk about fasted training. All those fads. Best road bike for $2,000 Australian dollar. I would say a Trek Amonda ALR. Trek Amonda ALR in Australia. Can you give an explanation on how to ride out the saddle? I've just started riding this week and I've done 80 miles but can't figure it out. You've only done 80 miles? Good start. It'll come to you. All you want to do is just go up and down your street and just ride out the saddle. Simple as that. You feel like a wonky, but you just do it. And if you do it for like 10 minutes, in 10 minutes of riding, you'll learn a lot. So just do it. It'll feel wonky, but you just go slow and make sure there's no, just pick a quiet street so you can, zigzagging all over the road, but just get it going. Can I run a race in Thailand? I've done so many races in Thailand. But a bit out of shape at running at the moment. Indie pack training, little high altitude. No. Indie pack is not about your red blood cell count. Indie pack's not about your testosterone levels. Indie pack's about what's between here and if you fucking want it bad enough. That's what it's about. If Indie pack was about red blood cell count, then the fastest climbers would have won it. If Indie pack was about testosterone levels, then Sarah Hamlin wouldn't be third place. knocking on the door of the other two guys. So it's all about up here, mate. You got to be psycho just to be able to just keep going and going and going. Will ever come to Taiwan? I've been to Taiwan before. It's a nice place. Good to go back again. What vegan food did you eat on your Seattle to San Diego tour? Well, that was back in the day. That was 2006 and I was 100% raw. So it's just fruit, man, and raw food gourmet. So I did it all raw. But, yeah, it's quite interesting. Where's Uncle Chester been lately? He's in Adelaide, looking after a place down there. Went up Mount Baldy recently. Crazy, went up there in the TCR. Yeah, it was beautiful. I'm glad I did that. Wish I had a drone with me. Wish I had that Mavic Pro I've got now with me. That would have been good footage. 275 grams of sugar in a 750ml bottle. Training too much on a hot day. No, it's good. Just have always, with your sugar water gang, always have 2 bottles, alright? 2 bottles. One with fresh water to rinse afterwards, and one with the sugar water. And you're good to go. Good to go. Thanks for all the help. Been following for 6 years. Thank you, Matt. I mean, with all the drama and shenanigans and tabloid bullshit aside, you know, this advice works, man. So that's what I mean. Like, I don't care about the drama too much. I mean, I play it a bit sometimes, but it's people understand. I understand that if you want results, then you listen to me, and that might sound arrogant or whatever, but it's confidence, man. You know, it's just confidence. This is how it works. Like, these little lights here are good. You know, they work. This light works. I can depend on it. You know, and you can depend on my information being the best, because I'm OCD with that shit. I only give the best information to people. Because I do it myself first. Because I want the best. I want to feel the best. So I test all this shit before I tell people about it. Why there's so many bad people in veganism? Because I've helped veganism get more mainstream, especially with social media. And so you just get all sorts of different types of personalities. You know, it's just like cycling. Like, I've met a lot of fuckheads who are cyclists, but that's good because it means cycling's getting bigger. You know. TCR Advanced Pro Disc, nice bike, but do you need disc brakes? You know, that's a question to ask yourself. So I don't need disc brakes. I've got disc brake bikes, but I don't really need them. You know, Shimano brakes work fine. Disc brakes is just another thing that, you know, the industry's pushing. I mean, they're better, but they're not needed. Does that make sense? Yeah. Do you recommend using backpacks or boner bags? What the fuck's a boner bag? On 2 to 3 days, what is that boner bag to cover your boner up? I would recommend bike packing bags, saddle bag and a frame bag. Get the Ortlieb seat bag, that big huge one. Get that motherfucker on there. Backpack, it's just, you know, I try and avoid wearing a backpack on long rides if possible. If it's going to be heavy, if it's super lightweight, that's alright, but if it's got some more than a couple of kilos in there, it bothers me, sort of thing. Tips for camping while touring. I've got a lot in my cycling ebook. Gang, a lot of these questions in my cycling ebook, if I can plug that. Durianrider's Lean Body Bible, go to Durianrider.com. Durianrider's Lean Body Bible. So many tips in there, touring, everything in there. The camping tips, the best camping tip is just don't let anyone see where you go. Avid BB7 are the best. They're a pretty good break. If I could only have 5 foods the rest of my life, what they'd be, they would be fruit. It'd be 3 foods: fruit, starches, sugar. Three foods. Thoughts on boner pills to increase cycling performance. I would say that, you know, the biggest performance either with your dong or your bike is your head. That's everything starts here. But if you're talking a pharmaceutical performance, I would say that the Viagra would definitely be used in cold stages, like in the Jura and the snowy sections. People are using Viagra because it's legal, but it also makes you really, really hot. So definitely in the hot stages, they'll be using those things to be beneficial. Definitely. How many Tour de France wins will Froome have? He'll have, I think, 6. Will Quintana ever win the Tour? You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. Disc brakes equal more tyre clearance. Yes, they do. They do. And that is a positive. That is a positive. But also direct mount brakes offer more tyre clearance. Direct mount brakes, a lot of power there. Is 15 Ks every morning with 360 elevation sustainable enough to couple results? It's 15 Ks every morning. Yeah, I mean, if you've, it's like 100 Ks a week. And is this, are we cycling or are we running here? Are we cycling or are we running? I go vegan just for environmental reasons. I mean, vegan environment, I mean, cycling talk aside, like the environment's getting cooked, man. Environment's getting cooked. And the best thing we can all do really is is have no more kids, get vasectomies, and go vegan and ride bikes. It's the best thing we can do for the planet. And it sounds all conspiracy hippie bullshit, but it's true, man. No biologist would fucking disagree with me on that. Do you have issues with testosterone going down after long rides? If so, how can you deal with it? It's normal. You just go to bed, wake up in the morning, you're good to go. You know, it's all good. Which complex starches are my favourite? I would say rice. Rice. What kind of sugar is my favourite for mixing? Just organic cane sugar, if I can get it. If I can't get organic cane sugar, just any cane sugar. Someone said Viagra on tour, what the fuck? Definitely. I mean, the Tour de France isn't cold, but the Giro gets cold, and some of these classic riders would definitely be using Viagra to stay warm in races, man. Because, you know, definitely. Do the experiment, man, on a cold day. Take something like that, you know, which vasodilates, and you're going to find you could really get really hot. You know, same with some steroids I've taken before, you get really, really, really hot. So I could definitely say people be using that stuff in races when it's really cold or inclement weather, or like Wim Hof. Wim Hof would be using this shit for sure, man, in his ice baths and shit. Definitely, you can, man, you take some of those drugs and you jump in the ice, you won't even feel the fucking ice as much as you would otherwise. Definitely, definitely. It's incredible. It's amazing. I don't know if it's healthy though, but that's what people do. I got a new wheel and that's 19 mil wide, and I just put mine 25C tires and it looks like 28. Yeah, it's normal, bro. Wide is better. Wide is better. Viagra for Indie Pack. That's a fucking YouTube video in its own, isn't it? I guess if you're in the Alps and you've got no sleeping bag, you pop a Viagra or something to stay warmer. But yeah, that's funny. Is Landa the next big GC rider? Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Want to do American tour races, Great Divide or Trans Am? Yeah, that'd be good, but I think I would do those rides not as a race. I just do them maybe 250K a day, just to enjoy it. I mean, I've already ridden across Australia, so I'm happy to race it because there's nothing to see for me anymore. In terms of that, I've already done it, cruising. So to race it's fine, but for me to ride across America, I want to do it pretty casually, just so I can really enjoy it all, just take it all in. The smoothest endurance bike, probably a Domane SLR. The new Reed Endurance 3, I haven't seen that. I have to go check it out. Am I in Thailand right now? Yes, I am. My friend has Lyme disease and needs a ketogenic diet to survive. It's in his fucking head, mate. It's in his fucking head. Froome got dropped in the mountains this year and lost the yellow jersey. What went wrong? What went wrong is, in my opinion, he was just doing it for PR. He wasn't getting dropped. He wasn't... Team Sky's under the spotlight, alright? If you go out there and just fucking smash the fuck out of the tour, they're going to go, oh, ha, 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 ha. Look at this, you know? No, you gotta make it a close fight. You can't lose it, because if you lose it, people are, look, you were on drugs back then, now you lost it. No, you gotta win it, but don't win it convincingly. Win it like romantically. And that's what they did. They did it fucking perfect. That's my opinion. Why not do more bike races? Adelaide is a good racing scene. I was racing in Adelaide in 1997. You know, I've done more races in Adelaide than most people I know. So I've done a lot. I've done a lot of racing. But the racing for me it's just more sprints, crits, and crits just do my head in. It's not, I don't hate crits, but it's not what I'm good at. So I prefer to do running races or climbing or indie pack, stuff like that. It takes me so long to cover up the 40k ride. I'm 40 plus. You need more water and sugar, bro. And need to relax your head. You probably already recovered, but you just drink more water. So you're pissing clear every 2 to 3 hours. Wake up, have a litre of water, have 100 grams of sugar, go and do your ride, come back, have your normal breakfast, have some water, and then you can be good to go for the day. Can you explain the difference between unrefined cane sugar versus refined? Cane sugar is cane sugar. Should I listen to my body and act upon 1.5 laps on the bike, or is 100 k's a week enough? I would say start with 100k a week and then do that for a month, and then the month after do 150k a week. Just build it up over time. Can't wait for you to get on Joe Rogan podcast. Joe Rogan would never have me on the podcast, man. I would go on it, but he would never have me on there. The sponsors would hate it. Best way to work on speed for triathlon 10-mile bike section, no hills around. Camel, do you have a power meter? If you have a power meter, then just try and hold 300 watts for 10 miles. That's what you got to do. If you need a keto diet, do it vegan style, no animal products. I agree. If you need to do keto, do vegan. But here's the thing, no one needs to do keto. No one needs to do that. Maybe Froome will lose his tours like Lance did. No, because it would be too bad for cycling. Froome can't get caught. It'd be too bad for cycling. The UCI would not allow it. It's too bad for advertising. The sponsors would all pull out, Sponsors would all pull out. Just like Lance with Festina. If Lance got caught then, the sponsors would all pull out after the Festina thing. When I did the Asperger's test, 2003, they diagnosed me with that. 2004, actually. Is the Curve Belgium a legit bike? It is. I've ridden one before. It's a nice bike, but why are you getting a bike? Do you want a super light bike for Strava segments? Do you want a bike that can handle a bit of weight on it? What sort of bike do you want, and for what reasons? The most important thing is buying a bike you like the look of. But you want to have a bike that is for your sort of riding style. All right? Will I get the new TCR? I've already got mine. So I've already got one TCR. Why does latex make people go crazy? What do you mean? Latex? I just want to say big thanks to all your TDF thoughts and viewpoints over the last 3 weeks. Thank you very much. Ride Mount Lofty on your S-Works full sus. I've done it many times. Many times. Why are Aussie riders so shit to cyclists? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just Aussies, we're a fucking redneck bunch, aren't we? We're a redneck bunch. Brianna Fruit Jackson, Indie Pack. People who only wear latex while cycling. Latex or lycra? Big difference. Did I listen to Lance Armstrong's podcast? I did listen to a few of them. We'll do a few more questions and I'm going to hit the streets. I can start the day. But thanks for all your questions, man. Without you guys, I'd be nothing. Thanks to my supporters. What's a good race weight BMI? I would say between 19 to 20, 22, 23. Depends on your body type. Depends on what sort of racer you are. Depends what you're eating, Did I ever see the photos of Dr. Evil's Asia cycling tour? No. The only tour he did was probably touring KFC with our KFC friend. GCN curse. What's the GCN curse? McGregor or Mayweather, it's, who knows? Fighting's luck. Fighting's a lot of luck. So anyone could get a lucky punch in and go down. So, but to me, it'll be a thrown, in my opinion, it'll be a thrown fight because this is a big money opportunity for the organisers who have bets on stuff, and the mafia will be involved. And it would be a lot of gambling, so it would just be a big money spinner. So I would say the fight's already organised. Who's going to win? Froome smashed that TT. He did. All right, dude, a couple more questions. Thoughts on Contador's poor performance? Well, was Contador's performance poor though? You know, maybe Contador was doing the PR watts. Maybe Contador was riding the highest watts he's ever ridden. But the guys were just riding even more watts. We don't know that. And that's why if we saw everyone's power from every race of the year, we could go, that's what's going on. Otherwise, we don't know. Vans Wheels, Mirai my hero. Cheers on the Doi segment. Paul smashed the Doi, man. Paul is now officially the fastest vegan in Chiang Mai. Fastest vegan ever up the Doi. He is the Alpha Doi, the Doi Alpha. How come people are so fake in person and don't like talking to fans, etc.? Who do you mean? But I understand what you mean. And most YouTubers, etc., don't want to talk to their fans. They're like, come on, dude, give me the money and fuck off. I like talking to my fans because I want to help their experience of vegan lifestyle and cycling lifestyle. And if they get information, they get a positive experience, and they want to continue that for life. And that's why I'm generous with my time, stuff like that. Put on these events because I want to get people really getting it done, A lot of people, they're just here for the money. Are Canyon bikes any good? Canyon bikes are made by Giant. Canyon bikes are good. I like the colours of them, but the warranty's pretty short. They're nice bikes, but they're good value, so they're not a bad bike at all. About Alberto did ride really well. We're just used to Alberto being a bit faster, a bit more dominant, but he did really. He got he's up there in the last TT. He gave it everything. That was really good. All right, one more question. Do you think Tom Pink Poop can beat Froome next year? No one's going to beat Chris Froome at the Tour de France. That's Chris Froome's race. That's what, when Lance had his race, no one beat him. No one's going to beat Chris Froome at the Tour. All right, this is Chris Froome's race. One more question. How to overcome saddle sores as a noob cyclist? It just gets better over time. But as soon as you get home, get out of your Lycra, get out of your cycling shorts, have a shower, dry off. As soon as you get home. Been watching you for 5 years now. You've changed my life. Got me into cycling. Thanks, dude. Dustin, good to hear, mate. That's what it's about. That's my biggest payment, man. Is just seeing motherfuckers, getting fitter, getting healthier, eating more vegan food, going vegan, riding bikes, reducing traffic, reducing pollution, just getting it done, man. Building community and being a chill cunt. That's my biggest drive, man. That's what keeps me motivated. For all the drama and all the bullshit, that's what keeps me going, man. That's what keeps me going. All right, gang. Thanks again for all your support. We will see you on the road, and look forward to the next live stream.